Crypto startup Moonpay is partnering with Universal Pictures, Fox Corporation, and Snoop Dogg's Death Row Records to launch a new NFT platform called Hypermint. The new platform enables large brands, agencies, and enterprises to mint hundreds of millions of NFTs a day. Now, this operation typically takes months using blockchain technology, and they're going to be able to do it in a single day. So that's pretty crazy. Another innovation in crypto happening while the market has suffered some steep sell-offs, though. But they say that these downturns are the best times to put your head down and build. And sometimes the greatest companies come out of downturns. So I don't know if it's going to be this one, but just trying to be optimistic here. But this does present, a big opportunity, I think, for the legacy brands of Universal and Fox that honestly are sitting on these just decades of intellectual property and content. So it should be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, Moonpay, they've actually raised a bunch of money recently, and they closed in a round. And obviously, you see what they've been planning for. They're putting some of that cash to work. They built a great technology product, it sounds like, and they have such a network with influencers and entertainers, and obviously the industry. So this is an interesting move. I like to see this technology allows you to mint thousands per day. Did you say it was like millions per day of NFTs? That's quite a big jump.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think what you said was interesting. How a lot of companies are built during a downturn. A lot of the good companies kind of come from the ashes during a downturn. And so, by the time we get to the next bull cycle, we'll have a lot more companies and players in the space. And, maybe Moonpay will be one of them. But it is funny that I've been following some of this NFT NYC conference that's happening. I know you guys are New Yorkers, so you guys are probably seeing a lot of the stuff in person, but I've been seeing a lot of IG Reels and TikToks and getting a lot of FOMO. And one of the tweets I saw was kind of funny. It's like, it's funny to see all the marketing spend that was approved 6 months ago come to life in NYC NFT. And it's like, yeah, that is true, because there's no way all that money would be spent in today's market.
Right now,
so
oh my
gosh,
funny. So true. I thought, honestly, oh my gosh, I got excited because, well, one, also a very good point, but I thought you were going to mention seeing on the social medias that Snoop Dogg, there's like a Snoop Dogg impersonator.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my God.
Yeah, like running around Times Square. That is so unfortunate.
That was that was funny. It was like, oh my God, there's so much stuff coming out of there.
What kind of marketing dollars were put behind the Snoop Dogg impersonator?
Apparently not enough money to get real things. I want to know what his rate is. Like, can he come to like my 31st birthday party, just like a Snoop Dogg impersonator, like for a couple $100 maybe? If we can hire Elsa and Anna, like maybe they can come. Maybe a Snoop Dogg impersonator can come.
Not a bad gig there.
Not at all. So moving on, guys. Zayd and Nicole, did you miss sitting next to a stranger in a car as you got a ride to the grocery store? Well, Uber is bringing back UberPool to a number of U.S. cities, which include New York and San Fran. For those that forgot, pooled rides allowed you to share a car with strangers going the same direction for a discount. Uber and Lyft suspended pool rides in March of 2020 as the pandemic surged. So Uber said that riders who choose to share will get an upfront discount of up to 20% off the total fare if they're matched with a co-rider along the way. The company is also promising riders that they will arrive no more than 8 minutes later than their private Uber would have. So the service returns this fall. I used to love UberPool when I was in business school. I would use UberPool all the time in Chicago. I would get to my places like super late because it would take forever to drop someone off, pick someone else up. But did you guys ever use this? What do you guys think of UberPool? Would you feel safe using this now that it's coming back?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it left, but maybe because I never really used it. I like having my solo space and rides. It must have left because of the pandemic, right? Yes. Obviously, that's not safe. Yeah, still not as interested. I will say though, it depends. If I'm in a situation where the surcharge is really, really high, and if I have to wait an extra couple minutes and sit with a stranger, I take the subway. I sit with strangers all the time. Then I would maybe consider it, but it does take a lot longer to actually get to your destination. So yes. I don't know. I don't really understand necessarily. I guess there's nothing to lose for Uber to bring this back kind of business situation.
Man, peak UberPool was the best. Like Delano, like you were saying, man, like I used to come visit New York City or go to San Francisco, LA or whatever. I mean, I remember just going midtown to downtown, like $8. Exactly. I'm like, it's insane. UberPools. Oh man, that was a good time. And now obviously like Uber is a public company now. They have to like make profitability and like other businessy stuff. So all the rates are jacked up. So hopefully this will ease some of the burden for the Uber riders. 20% difference, maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not worth it. But I'm glad they're bringing it back because, like, you know, like I remember like being able to get just amazing deals. I'm like, I'm paying like $6 to like, what? This is insane. So I'm glad it's coming back.
And the subway costs what, $2.75?
$2.75, yes.
But if you don't like going underground and walking up all those stairs, I guess it's like.
No, I totally love subways, but I don't love them. But I don't love them, but I've taken them. I will tolerate them, but sometimes it's like $3 for a subway versus like $6.50 for an UberPool. Like sometimes, you know, sit in the car.
It's
like,
a nice day when you like can actually, you want to be able to kind of see the city. You know what's the really best way to see New York City? City bike. I'm a big city bike proponent. I'm
always so scared that I'm gonna like some car is just gonna T-bone me as I'm crossing the street because it's New York and I don't really know what I'm doing. That just terrifies me. And the other problem with city bike, the last time I was in New York, guys, there's just you can't find parking sometimes. Where it's like, oh wait, that thing is filled up. Now I have to go 6 blocks the other way to put my bike up. What? That was really annoying. That happened to me in Brooklyn, and I was like, okay, I'm not taking a city bike after that.
And Zayd was scarred from the city bike.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of scarred, let's talk about the Zuckman, Mark Zuckerberg. Man, this guy is really serious about this whole metaverse thing. You know, obviously we knew that he was serious because he changed the whole name of the company, pivoted the entire company to talk about to the metaverse. And now we have a little bit more behind the scenes of some of the products that they're working on. So there was a video, a 90-minute video that was posted on Facebook. There you go. There's a clip of it right there where Zuck very uncharismatically goes through some of the tech products that they're building. God, this guy just has no camera skills. I mean, dude, you're worth like $80 billion, man. Like, get some coaching. Very uncharismatically goes through some of the challenges of VR. It was actually a pretty interesting video. And he was kind of going through like what problems that they're addressing. So a couple of things from this video that I learned. First thing, I think Zuck is like low-key kind of jacked. I wasn't, you know, I don't think like people think of Mark Zuckerberg like,
he's working out the metaverse.
Whatever he's working out, like the dude's kind of jacked. Like he's not this scrawny like tech nerd guy. Like he's like pretty well built. So shout out for that. I think honestly, all these billionaires got inspired by Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I had that picture, but like of Jeff Bezos like walking, just like muscles bulging out, you know. So I think they're all inspired by that, and they don't want to ever be upstaged by that.
They all have to one up each other. It's a part of the male billionaire club. They gotta.
Exactly. So Zuck, first of all, low-key kind of jacked. Second of all, I think there's a lot more problems for Meta to figure out when it comes to all this technology. Like Zuck was very optimistic. Oh yeah, we're working on this, we're working on that, we're working on this. It's like, I don't know, man. Like I kind of still don't want to wear that thing all the time. So I think at least I still wasn't convinced. I think the technology is cool, but it's like, okay, like I still don't want that thing on my head all the time. So
not all the time.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm still kind of hesitant about it. He didn't really do it. Again, he doesn't have any, he's not very charismatic. So he didn't have any convincing skills on getting me to like buy one of those things. So maybe he'll do a better job next time when that product is actually public. But I kind of like the behind the scenes look of like, oh, we're working on this problem. And some companies are still embracing the metaverse. The home improvement company Lowe's just announced that you're going to be able to shop in the metaverse soon. So there we go.
That's
I guess
pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to see this video. One, the metaverse twist, and Zuck is doing an interview tonight on CNBC.
CNBC,
to also watch. They're really putting themselves out there. I want to see, you know, what this whole push for him, and I want to see the products. Like, I still need to get a Quest. I know that, you know, Nicole has one, an Oculus, I should say. Yeah, I'm excited to see which direction he's pushing the company. He's been very forthcoming about it.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I ultimately enjoy the metaverse, but it definitely, one, I don't think is something I would want to do all the time, and two, I think that there are certain use cases that, right, maybe if I imagine if the metaverse could like get my perfect measurements or something, and I never had to go into like another shop, like retail store again to buy clothes, and it just like knew what sized me and then brought it to my door. There we go. Ding ding. Someone create that. Women
Yeah.
everywhere. Floored.
And I think the more interesting play here is that like Meta / Facebook really wants to get into the hardware game, because that's one thing that they're lacking. They don't have any hardware to sell. And unlike Apple, which has like a moat on their hardware and make a lot of money from their hardware, Meta doesn't have that. I think they really want to be the one that like is the go-to player, that has the go-to device for any VR, AR stuff. So I can have, we'll see if we'll see if it pays off. Facebook stock continues to get clobbered. So I don't think investors are very thrilled about it. But hey, Mark does not care. He's going to keep lifting weights and working out in the metaverse, and we'll see how this works out in the next few months and years.
They got him a gym membership. Now they just need to get him like maybe an acting
training, man.
Acting training.
Toastmasters.
Yeah.
I honestly think like he does it on purpose at this point. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna embrace the robot meme personality, because I'm like, if he really wanted to, I'm pretty sure he could like kind of become more charismatic and become a better speaker. Yeah. Like Elon, if you watch Elon Musk from like 5 years ago, the guy had no charm, but now he kind of has like a bit of charm on stage, and he's able to like, be more better stage presence. I think Mark is kind of like, you know what, man, like whatever. Like I'm a robot. I'm just gonna embrace the robot meme.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. All right, guys, that was it. That was a good show. Nice, quick show. We go live every weekday, Monday through Friday. So hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that notification bell, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
We out.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in every day. Also, hit that like, subscribe, and notification buttons. We'll see you tomorrow.